So hello, good morning folks. Welcome to another video. I think my last video was getting this bike out of the box, wasn't it? After being returned from, and I should say this, I've not said this, carbonbikerepair.co.uk. So this is the outfit in Leatherhead in the UK. And my bike was sent to them through using Bicmo, the insurance company, for inspection after my crash. They sent that huge box which you will have seen. When I got it, was very little packaging. When it come back, it's tons of packaging, and there was the bolt missing from the bottle cage there on the down tube, one bolt missing. Now these bolts that come with it, the giant ones, they've got a little integral washer, and they're quite low profile. I just take this one out, and they don't easily fall out. It's been taken out and not put back in, or taken out deliberately. So you can see they've got a little integral washer to spread the load. If it'll focus, I'll have to do it like this. Hang on. There we are. So it's got a little integral washer, and that cap head is actually quite short. Now, bear with me a sec. Just get my vernier calipers and do some measuring, and I'll tell you. So they're M5. Now I've got an M5 by 15 there. Spare ones, new ones, but they've not got an integral washer, and the actual head here is about 4.93, it's 5 millimeters. So that, if I can get it to do it, drops out, and I've lost it in the toolbox. About 5 millimeters. It's coming out at 5.13. Don't know whether you can see that on the screen. So that's the replacement ones I've got. Then these that are the giant ones with the little washer, they are 3.7. So the sort of low profile, 3.6. So that when you've got them in there with your bottle cage, your bottle doesn't hit on them and it doesn't rub your bottle and make a hole in your bottle. So they've got to send me a new one of those, a replacement. Now also, Luke Toms, you commented, didn't you, about the length of the cable cut. You said that Shimano recommend that you cut them at 40 millimeters. They're all about 20 or 22 millimeters. It's difficult to tell because they've got the end caps on. But this front one, I'll insert a picture of how far off it is with the front tyre pumped up to 80 psi. So we've got to adjust that so that'll go in. As I said, they've cleaned the chain, but they've not cleaned the cassette, and they've not cleaned the quick link. Which is really weird. So the quick link is as black as anything. Again, I'll insert a picture of that. They've put tons of grease on the crankset spindle. I'll insert a picture of that. So I'm going to take all this out, I'm going to take the headset out, I'm going to check everything, reset everything. I'll take the wheels out and we'll check the tensions and everything and the trueness of the wheels, make sure they've done that properly. But yeah, what I didn't mention was that when they checked it and scanned it, they didn't find any damage. The only damage they found was cosmetic damage, even that damage on the steerer tube, which I'll try and show you when I get it out now. I'm very tempted to send it off for a second opinion to, is it Target Composites that James Morrison, you said, didn't you? You suggested them to me, so I think I might be doing that. I think I might be sending the fork off for a second opinion. But for now, I'm just going to put that in that hole. Right, let's get some checking done, shall we? Get the headset out. Let's do all that. So, don't really need to see me do this. I might film it and speed it up. I want my Allen keys. I can't be bothered going in the other room to get my Allen keys. So that's the bottom race. Now I know that I took this apart and greased it when I put it back. There's no grease on it. Zero grease. Dry. It's just been thrown back together. Completely dry. Look. You see? That's how it's come out. I've not cleaned it up. Dry. Completely bone dry. Not an ounce of grease on it. That's the bottom race. So that's going to be well protected from the elements, isn't it? Let's look at the top one. Bone dry again. Bone dry. No grease on it. Completely dry. This is why you check these things. Just do not trust them at all. Look, so wiping this race, this headset bearing, that's what's come off it. Not impressed. Let's have a wipe of the bottom one and see how that is, shall we? So again, clean rag. Maybe some of that grease that you put in the bottom bracket you could have put on here. Oh. So, let's have a look at this. I don't know whether it's going to show up very well. But you'll be able to hear it. So yeah, I'm tempted to send that off for a second opinion and get a second scan by a different company. But in the meantime, let's put it back together with some grease. Right, before I put this back together, I'll just whip out this chain set and I'll show you that. Can you see loads of grease on that spindle? So I'm just going to pop this out now, and can you see in there? Look at all that grease down there. So they could have done with some of that on the headset. Overkill, do you think? Can you see the bottom bracket as well? So got to clean all that up. Like, why put too much in there and none in the headset bearings? Bonkers. Right, enough of me moaning. Let's get this sorted and get it back together. You'll love this, Jason, won't you? Brilliant. It's my mass eye grease. Oh, I've got to get it out of there first. So, look, little light coat. That's all you need. Not tons of the flipping stuff. Little light coat. Not light enough to sink a battleship. There we go. So that's all I'm putting on. Thin layer. Not quite sure why. It stopped recording and turned off and I hadn't realised. So anyway, I've got greased back together, set the play, so torque that to 2 Newton meters, checked it, a little bit tight, backed it off a bit, a little bit slack, did it up a bit. Now we're ready to torque these down. I've set the brake, I've released this cable tension here, so we've now got barely any cable sticking out the bottom of the adjuster, so now I can back that off and I can get the wheel out. So we're just going to do these tensions up now, these torque settings. 5.5 Newton meters, I do them to 4. So there we go, bottle cage is back on. Next thing I need to do, or the last things I need to do, are change my saddle back because it was a different saddle I put on just to post it off, and check the wheels for trueness and tension. And then I think we're good to go. Right, let's have a look. Well, they're supposedly true, these. Listen to that. That's not true, is it? That's the wheel rubbing the adjuster, the indicator. And they're meant to have trued them. Now, I checked them before they went, and they were about this far out, so they haven't touched them. Just one spot near the valve. Now, what the tension's like. They're not massively off. I'll check the dish. I won't touch that. Get my dishing tool and we'll check the dish on this. That's fine. I'm not going to touch that. Again, that's a nicely trued wheel, isn't it? It's not far off. It's like half a millimetre. That one just needs slackening off a touch. a box of tricks. See, listening to that, sport tension gauge. Oh, come here, I can only do it after like this one. 12, this one, 10, 12, 12, 10. What I'm going to do is increase that one a fraction. So to stop it turning, nut with a slot cut in it. Come past, back a little bit. Now they're a flipping nuisance of these, because they always do that. Check the dish. So the dish is fine, so all I've got to do now is swap my saddle back and then decide whether I send it off for a second opinion. Right then, so the only thing left to do is to swap my saddle back and put some oil on, and then it'll be ready to ride. If I choose to, I've still not decided what to do about this fork yet, so I need to have a think about that. And then yeah, so thanks for watching. If you get a bike back from Carbon Composite Repair, check it. I'll check everything. Don't trust them. Then my worry is, you know, if they're doing shoddy workmanship on the actual basic mechanics, what are their repair skills like? Leave that one with you. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.